In Cristina's court, a wedding, a tearful bride, and a DJ who didn't show up or call.
Lance, what's happening at this point? Your future bride is what?
We have no idea what's going on, why he isn't here yet. We tried to contact him. He didn't bother to contact us.
Tell me about her.
She was just, really stressed out, and, like any other bride, you want everything to go well on your wedding day. And
it's the big day.
And it wasn't. And to give you an idea of the stress that I was under, he's like my sole companion in life. When I'm upset, he's the guy I go to. I couldn't go to him. He was in the other room and the door was shut because we couldn't see each other because it was bad luck before our wedding. I don't know how much more unlucky you can get, but it was pretty bad. So he comes to the door just to comfort me, and he puts his hand out and we touch hands just to calm me down a little. It only made it worse, though. I cried even more. At this point, I have no music. My photographer says there's a violinist out on the street playing, because we're in a historic district. There's a violinist on the street playing. She said she'll come up and play just your ceremony only, just for you, just to walk in. That's it. It's going to cost $50. I said, okay, that's fine. So I paid the lady $50 out of my purse, my last $50 that I had, because I was broke, because the night before was the rehearsal dinner and, everything. So I give her my $50. She comes. I still have never to this day seen her. She came, but she had to leave because we took so long trying to find other music. By this time, my wedding's already an hour late, which means that we're either going to have to pay to stay there an extra hour or cut my wedding an hour short, which has ended up what happened.
You cut your wedding an hour short?
Yeah, we had to. Everything was rushed. Our cake cutting was rushed, everything. But let me back up to the ceremony. They found a CD that someone had left from like a wedding before then with the bridal march. So that's what I walked into. When the silence came was when during our wedding ceremony, we jumped the broom because that's a traditional African-American thing. We wanted to blend our two cultures. Yeah, we jumped it to complete silence. We walked back down the aisle as husband and wife to complete silence. Maybe some clapping. That was it. I didn't get to dance with my father, it was really hard not to dance with my dad because my dad has laryngeal cancer and he's had a complete laryngectomy with his larynx. And I was lucky to have him there at my wedding. So to not be able to dance with my father for lack of music was horrible. It was horrible. And to have my father angry that this man stood his daughter up was heartbreaking. And to this day, it's ruined my relationship with my father because to this day, he's so hurt and he's so angry that this happened and that he didn't get to dance with me. And he got to dance with my sister at ours. I go to my friend's wedding and she danced with her stepdad to my song. And at the wedding, I'm supposed to be happy because my friend's getting married. Instead, I'm crying and bawling next to my husband because, she's dancing to the song that I was supposed to dance to my dad. I paid for that. I put hard sweat and tears into planning this wedding. And it's not fair. He told me he was in a car wreck.
Did you have a terrible accident?
Shattered his leg.
What prevented you from performing?
All right, first off, whatever excuse they gave Roxanne was not what happened.
What happened?
My wife is bipolar, okay? And my wife needs medication in order to be normal. About 2 weeks earlier to this, the doctor that we saw, our family doctor, for some strange reason blew out of town without telling us as patients that they were leaving the practice. Couldn't get Heather her lithium, her medicine, stuff she needs to be normal. And I just coasted, hoping that Heather would be okay. Heather has to do this wedding. Heather will be okay. She's got to set up the decorations. She's got to help set up the room. I'm going to do the ceremony. I'm going to do the reception and hope that Heather would be okay. The morning of, Heather pulled her world-famous life happens and blows up, starts yelling and screaming and locks herself in the bathroom, and I'm feared for her life. And
why didn't you tell them this? Why didn't you call them and tell them?
I don't know.
Your Honor, all he had to do was answer the phone.
Huh?
All you had to do was answer the phone the day of the wedding. You knew
all
this young lady.
All I had to do is get past my 200-pound wife who's holding the phone up like this, and I can't get to it. You're not answering it. You're not answering it. That with them. I'm important. You're not answering it.
Alan, you just don't run out of medicine the day of.
Well, she does.
You just don't run out of
Well,
medicine
she
the
does.
day
She
of.
doesn't tell me when
She
she's
wasn't
out
the
of
DJ.
anything.
He signed the contract, not her.
So why haven't you returned this money, Alan?
I
Because it's
haven't had it.
despicable.
I haven't had it.
What do you mean you haven't had it?
I have not
So you
had the
spent
money.
money that was not yours. That's stealing.
At the time I
essentially.
spent it, Your Honor, I thought I was going to do the wedding.
But
I
you
did not
didn't do
know
the
I
wedding.
didn't do the wedding until the day I didn't do it.
Christina's court. A wedding DJ leaves a couple celebrating in silence.
And why in the heck are you countersuing?
I was,
Explain this to
Yeah,
me.
please, I'd love to hear that one. Yeah,
Why are you countersuing?
yeah, go for it.
I don't know. I was going to tell you to drop that.
You think?
Dropped.
Which you were going to do anyway, so cool.
Can I add something, Your Honor? A big part of me feels like he never had any intentions on coming to my wedding.
Why do you say that?
Because when I called him and finally did get to speak with him about my money, he said my check was in the mail. For 9 months, the mailman's been lost.
If it were true that your wife was sick, you would have called this lady immediately. You would have called her and said, I cannot make it. My wife is sick. She is so sick. At least you would have known right away. Somebody hurry up, go buy a CD. Somebody get me a box, something, so she could have done something. She could have told her mom, Mom, help me set up the tables.
Every night when I go to sleep, Your Honor, I cry. Every night, because my day that was supposed to be so special to unite me and my husband was ruined. It was tarnished. When people think of my wedding, they think of silence, because that's what they heard. Absolute silence.
I think you're a liar. I think you're cold, you're cruel, you're callous. This girl went through agony all by herself on the most important day of her life. And you sit here in front of us and not even say, I'm sorry to her?
I am sorry.
So, is it? And it's not even funny. You've laughed.
I am sorry, but this
You're
is,
laughed.
look at all the work we put into this.
You did
okay?
absolutely nothing because
And
you
then
were
the
not
day
there
of-
to perform. And the worst part about it is that you stole her money and you kept it. That makes you a thief.
Thank you.
And you stole her date. That's even worse. The memories that she didn't dance with her husband. The memories she didn't dance with her father.
No farewell dance.
Nothing.
Now, I got your farewell.
Is that, and you have, get him out of here, Renard, please. Oh.
Your Honor, can I say one thing also? I know he's gone, but I'd like to, my whole wedding was changed. I mean, my life changed after that because it will never be the same. And to have him say something like that, he's a coward. He's a lying thief and he's a coward. And he is the DJ from hell. He is. He ruined my wedding.
He absolutely did. He absolutely did. I agree.
I can never take it. I can never do that day again. Ever.
You're suing for the DJ services
Yes.
back. You're suing for the violinist service, $50 back.
Yes.
And you're suing for pain and suffering.
Yeah, and
this
mental
is one of
anguish.
these cases where I have absolute no doubt in my mind that what happened was extreme, was outrageous. Did you suffer humiliation?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Did you suffer agony? Yes. For the rest of your life, you're going to do it. All you've done is cry. So I have absolutely no problem in granting you your claim of $3,000.
Thank you, Your Honor.
But don't, you have a beautiful relationship. Concentrate on that.
Can I add one thing? I just would like to say for every bride that don't pay your person in full, your vendor in full. Know exactly what you're getting into and meet them in person first. Don't let the first time you meet someone is standing in a courtroom.
Very well said.
All rise.
Cristina has ruled in favor of the plaintiff and has ordered the defendant to pay her $3,000.
I thought Roxanne was an outstanding young lady, didn't you? She was hurt and angry, yet as articulate as any good lawyer I've seen in the courtroom. If she ever decides to become a lawyer, there'll be a lot less guys like Alan taking people for a ride. Happy ever after, Roxanne. See you in court.